So I remember growing up watching all these YouTube videos of people going to Bali, living their best life, living in these super affordable villas, paying $400 a month to have a villa with a pool and all that stuff. Now fast forward 5 years and I'm finally living in Bali, which was my dream. And in this video, I want to show you what you will be getting for a guest house where you pay $600 a month for. So the days of getting cheap villas are over, but this is what you'll get for a guest house. I'm really curious of your thoughts about this. Oh yeah, by the way, I made an ebook for my friends with a list of 50 online business models that you can start just in case if you want to start traveling the world and work online. So let's dive into it. So what are you getting for the $600 a month? First, you get a room, you get daily cleaning, you get okay internet. Downstairs, the internet is really good. Upstairs, it's just not as good. Then you get good friends, nice neighbors, and a dog that will haul in the middle of the night and early in the morning that will ruin your sleep. So let's start it to work. So this is the first part. So you got the outside area. This is where you park your bike. This is the manger, that's the name and the number, just in case you ever wondered. When you enter, this is our shared area. So here, when you immediately walk in, you have like the shared kitchen. So here you can cook if you want to cook. I don't know if you like to cook, but I don't cook. But some people, they like to cook. Actually, Chris, the guy that you saw, he likes to cook, so he cooks here. Then here you have a fridge, just in case you want to store some food. And then here you got your drinks, so you can buy drinks here. So you'll see the prices here. And it's just open, so you can just like take your drink and then you pay them. And this one is also a fridge where you can share. And this is water, so here you can get your daily water for free. Then here you would see our shared pool. And what I really like about this place is all the green stuff, like all the plants, everything. So here you see the pool. This is where you can relax and swim. And they clean the pool like twice or 3 times a week, which is really good. Then here you have the tanning beds, just in case you like to tan and get some sun. Mind you, you see there are only 2 while we have 8 rooms. So it is not really convincing, but in all honesty, there's only 1 person that I see here every week. So I think it's fairly okay. I usually don't really cook here because I think the food is just so affordable to order in. So I like the convenience of just getting my food here. And if you want to have like a full breakdown of how much food costs and all that stuff, I would recommend you to watch the other video I posted with a 1-week full breakdown of how much everything costs to eat, to have fun, to party. So if you're interested in that, check my other YouTube video. Now the most important thing is, how does the room look for the money you're paying? So let's have a look. So this is the upper floor. Here you can see how here we have like a small mat where you can also tan and get some sun later at night, because the sun moves around, and early on you got sun there, and then more in the evening you got sun here. And this is maybe the upstairs view of the pool. So if you want to have a different perspective of it, it looks pretty nice. I think compared to some other guest houses, this looks really nice. So now let's go look at the room. So as you can see, it's a pretty small room. It's not too big, but it is okay, I guess, for the things that I need personally. So what I really love is how big these windows are, because for me, natural light is one of the most important things, and the fact that it's all windows is so important and really like. Then here you got my tiny desk, so here I can get some work done, but in my opinion, the desk is a little bit too small to really be productive, so usually I don't work here, I go to the co-working space. Then I think design-wise, it looks fairly okay. The bed is not too hard, which is really important, because in a lot of Asian countries, I don't know why, most of the beds are really hard, so this one is really nice. Then the blanket, or like, yeah, I don't really know what this is, like a fleece thing or something. It's not the best in my opinion, but it does what it needs to do. And of course, you have a very, very good AC here. So this AC, I don't know why, if there's a difference between ACs, but this AC, in my opinion, works really well. Then here, you have a small closet with hangers and a safe, which is really important for me as well, because not all guest houses have this. And especially when you wear a lot of shirts like I do, it's nice to have that option, you know, to where you can hang your clothes. Let's have a look into the bathroom. This is the bathroom. I don't know what your opinion about is, but let's just have a look together. So here you can see the bathroom. So it's basic. You got your toilet. Next to the toilet, you got your shower. let's open this up so you have a better idea. Oh, I have to take this because I'm checking out today. It's okay. Like maybe my only remarks would be, if you look at this, yeah, that doesn't really look nice, especially if you have to put your stuff on that. But the rest looks pretty decent. Maybe this could be better as well. But for the rest, it looks quite okay. It's quite spacious. I don't know. You tell me what you think about it. So this is the bathroom, and then here you can hang your towels. And of course here you can also hang your towels. Oh yeah, and the internet speed in this room is 30 megabytes per second, which is fairly okay, but like sometimes if you're doing an online call, it just doesn't cut it. Downstairs it works better. Maybe let's talk about location. So this is here in Badejoh, Canggu area, which I actually really love, and I think this is one of the highlights of this place because it's only like a 5 to maximum 10-minute drive to all your things that you want to go to: restaurants, clubs, beach clubs, friends, co-working spaces. Everything is so nearby, and that's why I love this place. And mind you, like this is so central, but still it's kind of quiet compared to a lot of other places because it's like on the main road, but then you go all the way in and there you don't hear the other motorbikes driving or that thing or any cars. So I think location wise it's ideal because it's quiet besides the constructions which are everywhere, but they're actually working on their last construction here. So I think after this building, it's gonna be even more quiet. Mind you, if you're coming to Bali, you have to check the place first or just book like for 1 or 2 days because construction sometimes can really kill the entire vibe, and they're building everywhere. And it's also nearby a very good gym, Fitness Plus. They just expanded. So this gym, I would really recommend. And the reason why I also chose that gym is I can't have any excuses. Even if it's raining during rain season, it's just a 2-minute walk. So I have no excuse to not go to the gym. And it's next to my favorite coffee bar, which is Hanaka, which I highly recommend you checking. Again, check my other video if you want to see all these places like the gym and the food places and the coffee places, but Hanaka is my favorite coffee bar, and it's also on a 2-minute walk from here, so that's why I also love the location. So let's quickly go over the pros and cons of this guest house. The pros are definitely the location. It's near the beach, near everything that I just said, and it is actually very small, but this really helped me have my social life again, because if you compare it to, I was living in Thailand and I was living in a 3-bedroom villa by myself, and honestly I never went outside. And now because I'm staying in this small guest house, it just like, this room is too small to stay in the whole day, so it forces you to go outside. And because of that, I feel like I had so many more social interactions, so many more friends that I made compared to other places, and I think that's actually a good thing. Mind you, I was lucky it didn't rain that much, because I think when it would rain a lot and you do have to stay inside, that might be a little bit depressing, staying in this small room. And I think this sounds really crazy, but I think also another good thing is, now that I'm used to living in this small room, I feel like my standards are so low. So even if I go travel to a different country, I don't need to stay in a villa anymore because I'm really used to staying in a room, and I actually also enjoy it from time to time. And one of the cons, I think, is you don't get a lot for $600 a month. And maybe it's because I'm comparing it to a different country, or maybe I'm comparing it to how it used to be. You know, like if you look at these YouTube videos from 5 years ago, 4 years ago, for this amount of money, you get like a 2-3-bedroom villa, which would look very, very nice and very tropical. So these days are over, and I think the prices are only gonna go up. And mind you, I'm paying directly, so that's cheaper. So if you're booking a whole month on Airbnb, it's even gonna be more expensive than $600 a month. And I think the biggest drawback of this place, and this is the only thing that I would say why I would not rent this, is the dog. This dog, I swear to God, I'm so sensitive with my sleep, and my sleep is so important. As an entrepreneur, like, you need a good amount of sleep. And this dog, every time when somebody would pass, it would just like, oh, 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 oh. That is so annoying. I swear, how many times I woke up because of this dog? Like how many times I would like want to run outside and tell the dog to shut his mouth? It's insane. And we asked the owner, like, is there something we can do about the dog? Maybe somebody can adopt the dog, or maybe, but there isn't. So I would say that would be the biggest drawback, because besides that, it's an amazing place. But if you're serious about your sleep, I don't know what to say about that. Now let's talk about one of the highlights actually from this place, and that is the people I met in this guest house. Well, I don't know if you can hear it, but this is the construction, and it's very annoying, and this is actually only one thing in most places there's like way more. But anyway, one of the most important highlights I got from this guest house was making friends for life. So I remember coming here on day number 2 or 3 and I met Jordan, and Jordan was so welcoming and he told me like, hey, I'm gonna eat something with some friends, you should join. So I joined him and I meet 5 other entrepreneurs, and everybody of them was working in B-work. Mind you, I'm also an entrepreneur for me, so it was nice to meet my kind of people. And one of these guys was called Casper, and he was also staying in this guest house. And Jordan, sadly enough, had to leave after 2 days, but Casper was still here. And Casper actually became my best friend here in Bali. Like, we did so many things together. We had such a good time together. And that's the thing, like if I would live in a villa by myself, I wouldn't have made all these lifetime friends. And besides that, I met Dima, I met Chris, I met Stacy, I met all these amazing people here, and I had such an amazing time with them. So that's like one of the things from a guest house is you live more together and you form a small community, and these people can almost form into you like your Bali family. And I think that is actually really important and something I didn't know before. Because like, for example, if you live in a hotel, you wouldn't meet that many people because everybody's there by themselves, on their cells. But here in a guest house, I feel it's a little bit more cozy though. How I found this place was, I was actually scrolling on booking.com and I saw this place was fairly new, didn't have that many reviews. So what I always do is like, I always book it for 3 to 5 days, just because you don't know how good or bad it is. And usually it doesn't look as good as in the pictures. I remember arriving here, I liked the vibe of it, I liked the aesthetic of it. But then after 3 days or 4 days, I got the opportunity to go to a different guest house and I checked it and I came back and I said like my gut feeling told me to stay here. So then eventually I stayed here, and despite the dog really ruining my sleep a lot of nights, it was also the friends that I made here that made me stay here. So as you can see, there are positive and negative sides to this whole guest house experience. But I'm really curious what your thoughts are. Are you a person that thought like, oh my God, Bali is so cheap and I'm gonna have a villa for a very cheap price? Or did you know these are the price of the guest houses? Because I didn't know. And then besides that, could you see yourself living in a guest house like this? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to get this conversation started and I'm really curious about your perspective. And besides that, don't forget, I have an ebook down in the description if you want to learn about online business models and you don't know where to start. It's a list of 50 business models, and there you can see which ones fit your needs, which one fits your vibe, and maybe because of that, you can start learning more about it and also start traveling the world, because my goal is to inspire you to live this kind of lifestyle, because I think this is the dream. It was always my dream and I'm living it now, and it's the best thing ever, and I want the same thing for you. So if you enjoyed that, let me know, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video where I will be checking out a villa, because I'm gonna check in right now with my friends in a villa that we're gonna share, and then I will give you the perspective of living in that kind of villa with friends. And I can already tell you, the villa doesn't look as nice as I thought for the price that we're paying. So anyways, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Badejoh out.